Never really got Twitter. I still don't really get Twitter. But it's been fun because Jimmy Dore was trending and Fraud Squad and Force the Vote and then Jimmy Dore again and then Ben Shapiro and then, you know, Jink. Just Jink. That's it, just Jink. So what's trending right now? The Bachelor airing on ABC, Prop 22, Glock. There's 38,000 tweets around Glock. So, she's carrying her Glock to Congress? Is that what she's saying? What is Lauren Boebert, January 3rd? She tweets, "Let me tell you why I will carry my Glock to Congress. Government does not get to tell me or my constituents how we are allowed to keep our families safe. I promise to always stand strong for our Second Amendment rights." Good. I like that Lauren Boebert is going to fight for the Second Amendment freedoms. We got fucking Biden in there, and I guarantee you he's going to come for our guns, so he'll fuck up the Second Amendment. But you know what Joe Biden will never fucking do? You know what Joe Biden will never do? He will never get us Medicare for all. He will never end the Patriot Act. He will never end all the wars. He will never forgive student debt. He will never end the war on drugs. He will never fight a war on poverty, abolish poverty and homelessness, pardon Snowden, Medicare for, did I mention Medicare for, he won't, every nation in the world, but not Joe Biden. He won't get us reparations. He won't get us universal basic income. Joe Biden won't get us any land reform. We won't get a new constitution, no initiative, no referendum, no recalls, no federal jobs guarantee, no food, water, clothing, housing, security. Well, maybe some food, some housing, but he's austerity, right? So he's going to cut whatever food and housing, but no water, no clothing, no security, and homelessness. That takes just only $500 million, I think. Maybe $50 billion, just a fraction of the NDAA. Get rid of the NDAA. We can pay for all this shit. Stop crime, stop police brutality, that's the same thing. Joe Biden's not going to do any of that shit. That's the shit that America needs. Why are people suffering? Why are people going to, We need a progressive agenda for America. That's the only fucking thing that's going to save America. You want to fuck with our guns when you haven't? People have a poverty death sentence. Police are corrupt. All right, Lauren Boebert, you're up.
I'm Lauren Boebert, and I approve this message.
Hi, that's around.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a newly elected congresswoman from Colorado. Even though I now work in one of the most liberal cities in America, I refuse to give up my rights, especially my Second Amendment rights. I will carry my firearms in D.C. and in Congress. This caused outrage from Democrats and the media. Why? It's our job in Congress to defend your rights, including your Second Amendment, and that's exactly what I'm here to do. In D.C., of all places, we should be encouraged to practice our rights. So forget what you hear in the fake news. Here are the real reasons why I choose to defend myself in our nation's capital. I'm a woman and a mother of four. I choose to defend my family with all of the force the Constitution provides. D.C. is one of the top 10 most dangerous cities in our country. Homicide rates and violent crimes are skyrocketing here. Being a member of Congress is pretty basic. I don't go to work in a motorcade or armored car. I don't get police escorts everywhere I go. I walk to my office every morning by myself. As a 5-foot-tall, 100-pound woman, I choose to protect myself legally because I am my best security. One of the challenges of working in D.C. is people here don't understand how we live in real America. The Second Amendment is part of our lives. Gun ownership is cherished, and it makes our little town safer. As a young woman working late nights at a restaurant, I learned real fast how important it is to defend myself. After a violent incident outside my business, I took advantage of Colorado's open carry laws and began to carry at work. My waitresses asked if they could open carry too, and now Shooter's Grill has mandatory firearm training and target practice available for my staff, most of whom are young women. Educated, law-abiding gun owners are the safest people in America to be around. So when anyone comes in to limit the rights and safety of my family, I'll tell them exactly what this mom thinks. I am here to say, hell no, you're not. I have 4 children, I'm 5'0", 100 pounds, cannot really defend myself with a fist. All you're going to do is restrict law-abiding citizens like myself. So this is why I choose to defend myself and my family. Not only is it my right, but it's a right I was sent here to protect from Rifle, Colorado. So if you see me in D.C., say hi. You're safe with me.
That was a fan-fucking-tastic. Could you imagine Scott Tipton or Diane Bush pulling some shit like that? Pulling some shit like that off? I don't think so. I don't think they can do it. That was awesome! Hell yeah, Lauren Boebert. You fight for that Second Amendment. You fight for the fuck out of that Second Amendment. So Lauren Boebert, she says she's from Rifle, she's actually from Florida, right? So she's basically white trash, Florida carpetbagger. I don't know who's backing her, but she's intelligent, she's smart, she's educated, but it's too fucking smart. It's too smart for this. Wow, fucking incredible. So Lauren Boebert's gonna just fucking march into D.C. being like, I'm gonna carry my gun into the Congress or just to the city or what? So good for Lauren Boebert. Don't let fucking Biden do any goddamn thing. He ain't gonna pass any progressive fucking measures. Fuck him on the goddamn guns, you motherfucker. We got 74 legal freedoms as a Coloradan American. So actually, as an American, you got, way less. But because I live in Colorado, I got the protection of the Colorado Constitution in addition to the American Constitution. And this is my representative. So this is Lauren Boebert. As a constituent, I approve this message. Hell fucking yeah, Lauren Boebert. That was so fucking cool. That was so badass. And then she just fucking walking into the, camera, got her little piece or whatever. I will say it's kind of bad timing because, not tomorrow, but the day after. Tomorrow's the 5th, so that's the Georgia elections. So Julian Assange was freed, forced to vote, lost, so we're not going to get Medicare for all. She ran on health care, but she hates socialism. She hates leftists. She hates liberals. She is just an ultra right-wing fucking psycho. But ironically, she ran on health care, but she's actually going to destroy health care, right? She's not going to be for Medicare for all whatsoever fucking ever. So there's a lot of things me and Lauren Boebert disagree on. Lauren Boebert wants to get rid of the Department of Education. So nobody can go to college. Nobody in the western slopes of Colorado could go to college. That's bullshit. I think every person, every family, anybody who wants to go to college should be allowed to go to college. So getting rid of the Department of Education, that would get rid of a lot of, like the only decent fucking thing about government, the federal government. Lauren Boebert is anti-Antifa. She's anti-fascist, which makes her a fascist. She is a fascist. So she's against Medicare for all. She's against the left, the liberals, the communists, the socialists, anybody that has a heartbeat, anybody that cares about the community, anybody that cares about the good of the whole. She don't give a fuck about them. Fuck those people, right? She is a fascist. She wants to get rid of the Department of Education. She doesn't want to get Medicare for all. She is in favor of the Second Amendment, and she's against Nancy Pelosi. So that's, two issues, right? So get rid of Nancy Pelosi. She's a big oil and gas stooge. That's her paymaster, I betcha. She's an oil and gas stooge. So now she got the check from the oil and gas company. She once said that, hey, Fox News works for me, to some cops. She was bullying some cops. She was trying to get some underage alcohol, drinking they trying to, a rebellion. No, you can read up on that shit. But when it comes to the policies of Lauren Boebert, I 100% endorse her fight for the Second Amendment. That's all she ran on. She's like, we're going to fight for freedom, and socialism's bad. So that's it. Just a gun and socialism. So I'll defend the gun, and I would defend Medicare for all. So, yeah, socialism increases our freedom. If you don't have to worry about, hospital bills or, college costs or child care, that helps. That helps. That increases your freedom. So, I think it's a terrible time because, 2 days from now they're going to try to do this coup d'etat, so she's got this video where she's marching into D.C. with the fucking gun, and, so I guess what, come one, come all, the Proud Boys, come all these fucking psychos. Lauren Boebert is a liar. She had said right after the election that it was up to the Electoral College, and so did Mitch, and then the Electoral College fucking happens, and now she's going to be one of the Republican, House people who's going to object. She's going to be one of the motherfuckers. So she lied. She lied to me. I feel a little disappointed with that because, I think anyways. She also once mentioned in the wars, I don't know if she was being sincere about that, but that'd be another thing that me and her would agree on. Also, no to the pork. So against Nancy Pelosi in the wars, she didn't like all that oligarchical, plutocratic pork and the $900 billion, COVID package, the $600 fucking checks, which also was $30 million for war of Venezuela, war of Palestine, war with the Asian carp fish. But we're going to count all the amberjack fish in the Gulf. Don't worry, America. I know you're worried about that coronavirus, but we're going to, spend $2.5 million to count all the goddamn amberjack fish in the Gulf of fucking motherfucking Mexico. Fuck. So she's against that kind of pork. So, good. Fuck that pork. End the goddamn wars. Fight for the Second Amendment. Vote Nancy Pelosi out as Speaker. I guess that's not going to happen for 2 years. And she says she's not going to run again, so this is supposed to be the last term. Fight for the Second Amendment. Stand down on health care. We need Medicare for all. Fight against fascism. Us in World War II, the United States of America in World War II was Antifa. We were the good fucking guys. We were the good fucking guys. That's a good thing. And with Donald out and Joe Biden in, I guess the oligarchs are out and the plutocrats are in. So when Joe Biden gets me, a nice progressive agenda, when Joe Biden gets me, universal basic income and land reform, if you just do those two things, Joe Biden, I'll let you go ahead and you fight, do whatever you will with this second. But we got 74 freedoms. If you're coming after my second freedom, I don't think you understand how freedom works. You can't. You're going after my Second Amendment. What about? I hope Lauren Boebert fights for my right to freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom to assemble. So I hope that it's not just the right to guns, but it's all the freedoms. And like I said, if Lauren Boebert would like to take a look at any of these, I don't feel like Joe Biden nor Lauren Boebert is going to get us the progressive agenda that America needs. So, good ad, fantastic ad. Glad that she's fighting for the Second Amendment.
I'm Lauren Boebert, and I approve this message.
She's assembling her Glock, and now she's just walking out of the studio with her little coat. She's got her heels on, right?
Hi, I'm Lauren.
She's got her glasses, and then her hair's like walking right into the camera.
Even though I now work in one of the most liberal cities in America, I refuse to give up my rights, especially my Second Amendment rights. I will carry my firearms in D.C. and in Congress. This caused outrage from Democrats and the media. Why? It's our job in Congress to defend your rights, including your Second Amendment, and that's exactly what I'm here to do. In D.C., of all places, we should be encouraged to practice our rights. So forget what you hear in the fake news. Here are the real reasons why I choose to defend myself in our nation's capital. I'm a woman and a mother of four. I choose to defend my family with all of the force the Constitution provides. D.C. is one of the top 10 most dangerous cities in our country. Homicide rates and violent crimes are skyrocketing here. Being a member of Congress is pretty basic. I don't go to work in a motorcade or armored car. I don't get police escorts everywhere I go. I walk to my office every morning by myself. As a 5-foot-tall, 100-pound woman, I choose to protect myself legally because I am my best security. One of the challenges of working in D.C. is people here don't understand how we live in real America. The Second Amendment is part of our lives. Gun ownership is cherished, and it makes our little town safer. As a young woman working late nights at a restaurant, I learned real fast how important it is to defend myself. After a violent incident outside my business, I took advantage of Colorado's open carry laws and began to carry at work. My waitresses asked if they could open carry too, and now Shooter's Grill has mandatory firearm training and target practice available for my staff, most of whom are young women.
So Shooter's Grill had an incident, and then Shooter's Grill in Rifle, Colorado had an incident, and then she said, let's get the guns. Yeah, okay. I think she wanted guns when, they said, hey, what do you want the name of this? Hey, where do you want to live? Rifle, what do you want the name of the business you're going to start? Shooters. Yeah, that's when she wanted gun. A thing happened, and then we just, we all just started packing heat. I think she's right about the Second Amendment. She says an armed society is a polite society. She's right. She's right.
Educated, law-abiding gun owners are the safest people in America to be around. So when anyone comes in to limit the rights and safety of my family, I'll tell them exactly what this mom thinks. I am here to say, hell no, you're not. I have 4 children, I'm 5'0", 100 pounds, cannot really defend myself with a fist. So all you're going to do is restrict law.
So here she's confronting Beto O'Rourke at a campaign event, and when she's doing it, she's got like a whole bunch of cameras and people are all surrounded. This looks so fucking staged, and it looks strong, but it definitely looks like everybody's like, all right, everybody gather together. Oh man, she's about to say some shit. And then she used this as like she did this like 2 years ago or some shit, and then using it for her. I'm the mother who told Beto O'Rourke. Hell no, Beto O'Rourke, the motherfucker from fucking Louisiana or some shit. Where's Beto from? Ain't Colorado, motherfucker. So she got like 15 microphones. I don't know. It just looks like it was set up, but on second looks like maybe it's just people with camera phones. But yeah, she got friends, from Fox News. She once told the cops. There's also, I think there's a machine, behind her. She's smart, but this is bigger than her. I don't know where her money's coming from, who's financing, why she's actually saying any of the things that she's saying, but I'm glad that she's fighting for the Second Amendment. Last thing I want to mention is the fraud squad. So there's apparently 17 progressives in the House of Representatives. 5 Democrats refused to vote for Nancy Pelosi, and so are their careers over? Did they sacrifice themselves? Is it over? Was it a kamikaze? Is it, all she wrote? Is it dead in the water? Do they have no political career anymore? I don't think so. In fact, I know she's Republican, so she's going to be against all of it for all the wrong reasons. But Lauren Boebert proudly voted against Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is a right-wing imperialist, capitalist extremist. She is a graveyard for progressive ideas. Now we got to get, even if we win the 2 elections in Georgia, theoretically, the Democrats have the presidency, the House, and the Senate, and then the Supreme Court is the only conservative body of the 3 branches. So with the presidency and the Senate and the House, the Democrats have total control. They can pass, if they can get on the same page about any goddamn thing, they can pass that shit Like it easy as fuck. And if one or two peels off, then get a couple Republicans. But this means that the Democrats have to fucking deliver even more so. You got both houses and the presidency, and you weren't able to pass nothing. You couldn't get Medicare for all. You couldn't get universal, but you couldn't get rid of the Patriot Act. You couldn't get... She voted against Nancy Pelosi. She's a right-wing imperialist piece of crap, so I know she's doing it for all the wrong reasons, but she, right now, on Nancy Pelosi, is more progressive than those 17 so-called progressives. I don't know. Terrible timing, and all this talk about a coup d'etat and shit. But, I'm pro-Second Amendment, and this was fun and exciting, and I'm a lefty. I'm a left-winger, so I can't stand that she's basically, represents the antithesis of everything I believe. But there's actually, we got, I bet you the Patriot Act, we'd probably agree on the Patriot Act, and the war on drugs, I bet you, and the endless wars, apparently. Anyways, I've already said all this stuff, so. Free Mumia Abu Jamal. Peace.